Yeah, so
You got to sing your songs and he got to sing his.
yeah.
What song? How many songs?
I did about, my set used to normally, I would do like a half an hour.
Wow.
Or whatever, and C closed that particular night out, because that was something I had started, that particular show, and that was like the third year in a row, and C had made it there that year, and it was dope. I was so happy for the love they showed him, you know.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
It's bittersweet. It's like I enjoy it, but at the same time, it's like, man, we had so much fun when we all were doing this in 1998 together, when it was all of us, when we were just traveling across the country without a care in the world. We were in our 20s. We were just having fun.
When was the last time you and C Murder performed on the stage together or at a show? Yeah.
In the prison.
Y'all did it in the
We
prison?
did a show together in prison.
How was that show?
Dope.
How? Like, what was y'all? How did they let y'all bring y'all music and instrumental, or how?
Yeah, well, I was at the time that we did it, I was the president of the music club. So we had like a room, we had a band room full of equipment. We had like over $100,000 worth of equipment, like in there. So we were allowed to have clubs and raise money to service the prison population. So we sold like food and stuff like that, and we had fundraisers throughout the year where we raised money to buy, like, we had, you know, all of the latest music equipment. We had all that. Yeah, so
you got to sing your songs and he got to sing his.
Yeah.
What song? How many songs?
I did about, my set used to normally, I would do like a half an hour.
Wow.
Or whatever, and C closed that particular night out, because that was something I had started, that particular show, and that was like the third year in a row, and C had made it there that year, and it was dope. I was so happy for the love they showed him, you know, when he came out and did his thing, and
how did you guys? Okay,
because people paid their money to come.
People paid to come see y'all.
They paid for the organization. No, I'm saying, this is the prisoners.
The prisoners had to
It was filled out there,
really?
Homes to pay and come to the concert. Yeah.
How did? Okay, C Murder knew you was doing that on that unit before he got there?
No, when he got there, I basically introduced him to the club that we had, and you know, he became a member of the club, and we were about 60 strong at the time, 65, 70 members strong, and I had ascended to the presidency at that time, and so we were. This was an event we had been putting on for the last couple of years, and so he came, he did his thing, and man, he tore it up.
Wow. And how long had it been before he had performed then?
I don't know, but you see what I'm saying? A different prison.
I wonder if he was able to perform at that prison.
I don't know if they allowed that at that other prison.
Correct. So y'all never spoke about that.
So we never really talked about it, but it was, you know, it was something that we were able to do for the inmate population. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't a concert on the streets. We couldn't go home to our family.
Correct.
It wasn't like something it was still bittersweet, but we did get a chance to express ourselves musically. So for that moment, I wasn't in prison, just for that moment.
How did the crowd react to you guys?
Oh, they loved it.
They loved it. They knew the song word for word?
Of course.
They knew them.
Of course.
They was on it. Like, and that's the thing. Like, how many artists did you see when you was locked up? Because rappers get locked up all the time.
Well, when I made it to that prison, Mystical was already there.
He was already there.
He introduced me to the guys who were over the music club at the time. And so he the one brought me in there, introduced me to them. He was like, man, you need to get with this guy. This guy is like he's like a baby KL, you know what I mean? And so I got with him, and now that particular person actually is my part of my band right now.
Really?
Out, yeah.
And that's something else. Me and you talked about when you came to Dallas. I think you were saying that, or we might have just talked about it in talking, but just putting together the band and doing some touring and coming through like some of these cities. How long will it be before we can see something like that?
I've gotten the go ahead to do some smaller venues.
Yeah.
Because for those who may not know, the reason I haven't gone across the country yet was because part of my parole stipulation is I couldn't be in clubs.
Wow.
And you know, and I don't, you know, I'm not what's the word I want to use? I'm not the new little rappers that can fill up stadiums by themselves.
Correct.
You know, I'm not there no more. So you know, the market for me will be smaller venues, 800 to 1,000 people.
Correct.
And as far as on my own, and most of those places, well, a lot of those places are nightclubs.
Yeah.
But we have concert venues, and it just depends on how the place is zoned or labeled.
Yeah.
It's not, but I've been getting a little, just getting a little bit leeway. My parole officer is pretty firm about certain things, but she knows that I've been pretty much doing everything by the book since I've been home. So she's giving me a little more, you know, leeway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you will see me soon. You know, wherever there's a demand, wherever they want the Mac to come, Mac
gonna show up.
Mac gonna bring that cap. Mac gonna go transform. Going into that phone booth,
already
to the Superman, do my thing.
Man, I just, like I said, when I think about just the way that, you know, you come into the game right now and in the temperature that it is, you know, think about how it is now versus when you were young. Man, it's a whole different ball game. You able to do certain things that you couldn't do back then, and some of the things you could do back then you can't do now. So like what are some of the things that we can expect to see from you, like that's going to be different than what we see, you know, on NOR?
Well, first of all, I don't know any rappers that sit down at a piano and rap and play at the same time.
I've been seeing you getting
there. I don't know any rappers that stand up, hold the bass guitar, play and rap at the same time. So this is something that I specifically trained myself to do while in prison, because I love music, number one. And I like to be a part of the music. I like to feel it. You know what I mean? And it's something that I hadn't seen anyone else do. So I'm always that artist that's pushing the envelope. If more artists start doing what I just mentioned, I'm gonna do something else.
Wow, that's all the way live.
I'm gonna always try to go further and just push myself to be a better artist.
Who do the Mac want to work with next? Like really, really, like when you think about it, like somebody that you would love to do a song with.
That I would love to do a song with. I would love to do a song with J. Cole. I would love to do a song with Kendrick. Two of my favorites. I would love to do, as far as new era, or these new guys who I'm thinking, because there's so many youngsters that I've heard that I really like, that it's hard to think of, like some of these newer cats, because even J. Cole and Kendrick are old now.
Yeah.
In prison, they were new to me, but they're old now. So those two definitely. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody else. Yeah, but I really, really dig those. Wale was somebody who,
Wale was hard too.
I always thought was a great artist.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.